And then he put 1,000 roses in the football field that spelled out prom. Oh my, he's so perfect. That's so cute. Oh.
Hello.
Who are you going to prom with?
Prom?
Who's your date? You do have a date, right?
No, of course I do. She's a girl.
What girl?
You wouldn't know her.
She goes to another school.
Yeah, right.
I'm not lying. She's really hot. She's a total babe.
Whatever you say, man.
Seven.
Hey, man, I heard you had a fake date for prom.
She's not fake. She's real.
All right, what's her name then?
Chess club.
Chess club?
Yeah, chess club. That's her name.
That's not real.
It is too. I mean, she is too.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Now, you'll see. You'll all see. On Wednesday, she'll be there.
Uh-huh. Okay. Did you hear about that kid's fake prom date? Yeah, chess club. Wait, who's that?
Hi, I'm chess club.
Recently, teachers and staff in Northampton asked for better pay and working conditions in a new contract. After negotiations following a work to rule, the school district and teachers union reached an agreement. This week, the Transcript spoke to teachers, union leaders, and vice chair of the school committee, Gwen Agna, to learn more.
Work to rule is actually pretty simple. Work to rule essentially means that we follow to the letter of the contract. That means that we don't do any extra work. We don't spend our own money on supplies. That means not working during our prep periods, not working during our lunch block. That means not grading at home. For example, with this last work to rule, we were demanding that management work with us and continue negotiations with the contract. My understanding was that we had been trying to work with management and they were not responding.
I think they were asking for a living wage, and they were hoping that they could get a percentage that was higher than what was being offered at first. They felt that the negotiations had stalled and they weren't able to make it move forward, so that's why they decided to do work to rule.
Teachers in the state of Massachusetts are not allowed to strike, and teachers, when we work together, we're really working for students. Teachers' work conditions are students' learning conditions and learning environment, and historically, I think what's important to note is that management, I think, really takes advantage of teachers and takes advantage of the fact that teachers love their jobs.
I was very much admiring my colleagues who were the negotiation committee, but part of the school committee. They were able to have a very civil discussion with the union members, which I think is really critical because it's mutual in that we want to have the teachers get what they need. And I think that both sides really did a good job. It didn't last that long.
I think the mayor and the city council and the school committee, I think this community wants what's best for kids, and who knows that better than anybody but the teachers. And the union is going to step up and demand what's best for kids.
With the tentative agreement reached, expect more updates by the following school year. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back to Hallway Hot Takes. This week, with summer fast approaching, we roamed the school, asking students and teachers enthralling seasonal questions. What's your name?
Turtlebird.
My name is Jacoby.
Clayton Brester.
Nathan Taskin, better known as Nas.
Do you have any plans for the summer?
Not yet.
Yeah, I'm going to Maine on the 21st to the 28th with the family. Haven't been to this beach house since I was about 6 or 7. Pretty dope.
Yes, I'm actually going to be teaching drum corps this summer. So in a couple of weeks, I'm going to move out to Seattle, Washington, and then I'm going to be essentially like touring with what's almost like a professional marching band all summer and teaching them as they go across the country.
I'm gonna be honest, no, probably not. I'm gonna be working. I gotta do summer school because I didn't study. And by didn't study, I mean I picked a liberal arts humanities major in college, and now I'm financially set back for life. So kids, learn from my mistake. I mean, support the arts and all that, but also be fiscally responsible. Don't be like Nas. Well, in that area. You should be like me in other areas.
Do you plan on getting a job this summer?
I do.
What job?
Working at a lumber mill with my dad's friend.
Yeah, I just got an interview for maintenance at Camp Nonotuck.
Sick.
Yeah, that's going to be the job that I'm working this summer, is teaching with that drum corps.
My second job at the bar, so come on down. Just kidding, don't come on down because I will turn you away because you are not of age. But tell your parents to come on down and tip me well.
What's your favorite summer activity?
Going for walks in the park.
I like kayaking, going on hikes in the woods, stuff like that. That's pretty much it. Enjoying the weather.
I really enjoy some swimming/beach time. So if I can get into some water somewhere, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, swimming is like goated.
I like going outside, I like kayaking.
Do you have any like fun summer memories?
The pool at my grandma's, always a great time.
I have no clue. I just like summer. It's a dope season.
I think kind of along the same lines, just like with friends, in the water, like camping, something like that. That's always great.
Last year, I visited my friend in Mexico, and that was the first time I had ever left the country, and that was really cool. It's just it was really interesting just being around that rich history. I visited the old Aztec temples in Teotihuacan, and just being surrounded by that culture and just hundreds of people walking around 500 years ago. You really felt the spiritual energy of it all. So that was really cool.
Thanks for watching Hallway Hot Takes. Hope you have an amazing vacation.
I'll be working summer school.
Nice. Well, not nice, but whatever.
Welcome back to Rail Trail Review. This week we explored the rich past of Florence, including its factories and more specifically its silk mills, which contributed to the former Utopia's economy. We talked to Kevin McQuillan from the David Ruggles Center about this interesting past.
Northampton Association for Education and Industry, which was a utopian community that set up directly across the street here in around 1840. That was the start of what we know as Florence today. Back in the early 1800s, there was a man called Whitmarsh. And one of the things he was interested in was trying to develop a new strain or the best strain of mulberry tree that would thrive in this climate, that would feed silkworms for the silk industry. And there was a boom at the time in mulberry trees. He got money together and he built a state-of-the-art silk mill right across the street from this building. And unfortunately, just as he got going, the mulberry tree boom bust, and all his investor friends pulled out. And he was left with a state-of-the-art silk mill out here in Broughton's Meadow. So he put it up for sale. And a group of people acquired it who were interested in starting a utopian community. They wanted to come together, live together, work together, be self-sustaining as an alternative to the kind of society that they did not want to be part of. They wanted it to be egalitarian. They set up a constitution. It was very radical for the time. It was one vote per person. They set up across the street in that state-of-the-art factory and formed their community. There were as many as 120 people living in and around that factory while it lasted. And that was the start, really, of the population of Florence as we know it today. And that community attracted a lot of abolitionists because they were very big on abolition. And one of them was a man called David Ruggles, who was a black abolitionist activist, a free man who lived at the time in New York City and was very, very active in fighting slavery and the whole structure of slavery that supported the cotton industry down south, which in turn supported Wall Street and the New York economy. And it was as much a terminus as a way station on the Underground Railroad. So there were several people who came and lived right in this area. And a lot of people were attracted because of the community existing here. The community didn't last for a very long time. It lasted only about 4.5 years, although that was pretty good innings for a utopian community at the time. That's what really drives what we do here in the David Ruggles Center in terms of the story of telling the stories of the utopian community, David Ruggles, Sojourner Truth, and how this all came together here.
Join us next time as we continue our adventures down the Manhattan Rail Trail.
The school year approaches and spring sports come to a close. Teams have been competing in final matches, tournaments, and meets which determine the standings for next season. The girls lacrosse team won the Western Mass Championship. The track and field team also had a successful season, including a 4x100 relay team that broke a stadium record. We talked to spring season athletes to hear how their season went.
I'm Alessandro. I run track at NHS, and my biggest strength was not getting injured this season. My biggest weakness was not getting the handoffs down in the 4x1, and I look forward to making nationals with Fort McLaughlin.
My name is Oliver Wilmerding. I play boys lacrosse. My biggest strength is shooting, and my biggest weakness is probably my speed. And I'm looking forward to playoffs this season.
I think this season we really focused on individuality and making sure that everyone got the chance to be like an individual person as well as a team player. I think we had so many strong performances, including our relays, where we're going to all states for the 4x8. Looking forward to states and all states. We have so many people who qualified, including 2 good freshman girls and another one in a relay. I'm so excited for us to just dominate, and we've got some people who are seated really high in the 2-mile and in the 800. I'm really excited. I'm running the 8 with my teammate Maeve, and it will be my last race with her before she goes off to college, so I'm really excited. And yeah, I'm just really looking forward to overall all the individual performances, because of course we are a team, and we did get second place at Western Mass, but we also, the sport's individual too, and we're going for PRs, and it's going to be really exciting.
The season brought numerous wins, lessons, and growth. Looking forward, many are aiming to make progress built on their success this season. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Hamp!